Good morning, positive people. You got Dana here. It's the start of the week. It's Monday. I actually took this Friday off because the following Monday is Labor Day and I wanted just a nice weekend to catch up, to rest, and I'm looking forward to that. I will be completely honest with you. I'm not doing matcha this morning. I actually switched up and did green tea because I didn't have time, and I'm very specific about the proportions on my matcha, so I'm actually gonna have matcha when I get to the office. This was a good weekend. I dipped my toe in the solo dining arena. Didn't die. Didn't die. Wasn't that bad. And I'll be honest with you, there's nobody out and about in Washington that I feel like is cooler than me. So I don't get self-conscious in that way. Like, it's so funny, right? So like, if you've been following me for a while, then you know that like a lot of my like early content when I first moved out to Washington was about how like I felt like I was on the outside looking in, and how, you know, I was trying to find, you know, where I belonged, when all along it was like, just make a place for yourself and just be cool with that. And more than anything else, the person in front of me is driving like a grandma, and then there's somebody with their baby on like a cart doing wheelies. Like, what is going on this morning? Anyway, long story short, I ended up just, you know what I'm saying, making a home for myself and having that sanctuary just be my safe haven. It was when I stopped looking for a place that I started finding safe places to be. And not even really safe places per se, but just the minute that I stopped looking for, you know, meetup groups, and like the minute that I stopped, what's going on here, child? What y'all doing, child? Okay, this bus, child. Okay. Anyway, the minute I stopped looking, it just started falling in my lap. Like, I started finding things that I wanted to do and meeting people in passing. And honestly, to this day, I haven't really made like, oh, my Washington friends. But I also go, I don't need them motherfuckers, because what I ended up wanting instead was just to focus on personal development. And y'all know, over the last couple of years, I've worked on like my self-confidence, you know, insecurity, you know, my consistency. I've, you know, gone back and started working on the things that like I dropped the ball on in my younger years. And that's taken up a good chunk of my time. And, you know, you meet people in passing, you know. All these passing ships have been nice. And now it doesn't bother me, like the flakiness of people doesn't bother me anymore, because again, we're all passing ships and I just got my own stuff going on. And, you know, because that's how I operate now, I don't feel like I'm missing out in any way. So now if we fast forward to now, the fringe benefits of that have been that like I've found really enriching things for Marley, and, you know, she's made substantial relationships now. And I feel like if any one of us should be fortifying and forging relationships, it's her, because, you know, she's at a very, you know, particular stage in her life. You know, she's at a stage in her life where these relationships, you know, can determine, you know, a lot of things for her future. And, you know, it taking a village has never been more true than in that preteen, teenage stage, you know? The influences now, whew, child, you know what I'm saying? I know what I was looking at and what I was influenced by at her age, and it was all the wrong shit, because my head was in the wrong space and my priorities were all wrong, and the things that were glorified and celebrated were very surface level. And again, because I've been doing, you know, personal development over the last couple years, I've realized all that, you know, the fact that like you know, clothing and hair and all that stuff. It matters, you know. But the value of beauty, the value of your body, all that stuff is, again, very surface level, you know. Child, people running red lights, child. Very interesting Monday morning traffic wise. So I say all of that to say that, you know, when you decide to go back to school, you end up, that takes up a lot of your time. When you decide that you want to try and lose weight on your own, that takes a lot of time. When you decide to pick up hobbies that require hours of commitment per week, it ends up taking up a lot of your time. And I am still very much, you know, an attentive mother who also has to focus her energy on the things that my daughter wants, the things that my daughter needs, and the things that she wants to do with herself. The first day of school for her is Wednesday. I'm super hype about that. I'm also just happy that we had a successful summer. I was so worried, you know, initially that I wasn't going to have things for her to do, and things just fell in my lap in such a way this summer, you know. I didn't have to come out of pocket all crazy. That was like the biggest thing for me, was just, I didn't want a situation where I was paying. And that's the thing around here too. That's why it's important to have, like, if you're a mother, especially if you're a single mother and you don't have a network, it's really important to really be aware of what's going on in your community, because there are always things going on through nonprofits and stuff like that, like really good stuff. Like the stuff that Marley was able to do this summer, hell, was probably better than a lot of the things that I could have paid for her to do. So, you know, as far as like exposure to experiences, this will be a summer that she never forgets, just based on the things that she was able to do. A lot of this shit I ain't even get to do. Like, she got to go paddleboard. Child, I've never been paddleboarding a day in my life. Like, when she told me about it, I was a little jealous. I was like, yo, where do I sign up at? You know? Like, I'm a Ute, you know what I'm saying? Like, sign me up. But anyway, I'm happy for the girl. She, you know what I'm saying, she's carrying herself with so much more confidence. Like, you know, I'm just happy that it all worked out. And I'm happy that I didn't have to, again, drop all this money on an experience that, you know, maybe she didn't want to be a part of, because that happens too, child. You sign your kid up for something and then they come home talking about something, the kids are mean, or I'm not having a good time, or the teachers suck, or whatever, you know, whatever. So I'm just glad that my little Chiquita banana had a good time. These folks in these cores, honey, I just want to get to work, Jesus. I just want to get to work. And of course, your girl is running. Ooh, it's 9. Okay, it's 9 and I'm still 5 minutes away. That's another thing. This week, we're focusing on getting to bed early, okay? I need to leave the vamp life behind me. Or at least if I'm going to be on vamp life time, it needs to be a weekend only occurrence. Like, I can't, I'm doing this stupid ass thing where, like, my alarm goes off at 7:30, 7:15, just about tea on my lap, and I'm not getting out of bed until like 20 minutes before I'm supposed to be in the car. Like, that's not enough time to get ready at all. So it needs to stop. It's going to stop. I'm claiming it, I'm owning it. My next Chinese tutoring session is Tuesday. I've decided that I'm gonna focus my energy on immersion with Spanish. So I need to find some more shows to watch. I'm also gonna try and, you know, just watch videos, just, you know what I mean? Try and practice more when I get the opportunities at work. You know, go beyond the script that I have at work too. So I can actually have a little conversation with these people in the same way that I do with like other patients that I deal with at work. So that's my plan for the week. And I've been dipping my toe in German, y'all. And I know y'all are probably like, some of you, not all of you, are like, honey, you're taking on too much. But the brain is a sponge, child. We know the lyrics to entire soundtracks. What would be wrong with, you know, taking up more languages? And apparently in the world of translation, German is very lucrative. So I have classes starting back up at the end of September. I think September 29th is the first day of fall classes for me. I'm taking Chinese 1. So it's finally happening. I'm taking a Chinese class at school, which I should have done. I shouldn't have taken that accelerated Spanish class. That was stupid. I should have taken Chinese. But I have my tutor. We're brushing up. We're getting everything good and sharp. So I should ace this Chinese 1 class. You know what I'm saying? If I keep it up. Right now I'm doing what, like 3 classes, 3 tutoring sessions a week. I should be good money, right? My tutor's so good. I'm worried he's gonna raise his prices, but if he does, shoot, I'll pay it. This is the most I've gotten done, and we get it done in half the time. Like, our tutoring sessions are 30 minutes. Like, it's good, just good money. Anyway, what time is it? It is 9:02. I'm late. I keep spilling green tea on myself. Love it for me. But yeah, that's the word this morning. That's this morning's word. And to the point earlier, just to sum it all up, your girl can go out alone because the people that are out here at these spots, don't matter where it's at, bougie or not, you're not cooler than me, okay? You're not cooler than me. The aura inside of me is glowing, and it's, you know, depending on the day, it's a nice deep purple, you know, it's real regal. And other times, you know, it's a nice deep orange, and, you know, yeah. Yeah, these kids ain't seeing me for real. And I'm so glad that I figured that out. You know what I'm saying? Period. And that's in any room. That's in a room full of, you know, white people, anybody. Like, I just really, it's not even about feeling myself. It's just like, I'm really sure of myself at this point. Like, I know what I bring to the table. I know who I am, you know? Yeah. So anyway, we'll talk later. Peace.